Welcome back to Wall again, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the album Fireball by Deep Purple. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button now, and if you could also like, it really helps out my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let's dive into Deep Purple Fireball, released in 1971. It was the fifth studio album by the band Deep Purple, but it's only the second album by the Mark II lineup. So the last time Deep Purple had released an album was 1970, so it was only the year before. This album, Fireball, it went on to sell 1 million records globally, and it's gone gold in the USA, Germany, Netherlands and Sweden. It got to number 1 in 6 countries all over the world, including the UK, Germany, Sweden, Austria, Belgium and Denmark, so pretty much all Europe. And then it's, I suppose the style of this one, a lot of people call it progressive rock, hard rock. I've even heard some people call it heavy metal. That's probably pushing it a bit. Deep Purple were certainly pioneers of heavy metal. Their music sounds similar to Black Sabbath and some of the heavy Led Zeppelin stuff. So I think they were definitely, they started the heavy metal movement in Britain in the late 60s, early 70s. I think they were a part of that. But to call this album heavy metal now probably isn't right, just doesn't sound right, because obviously the 80s heavy metal was taken to a different place. So the artwork on this one, so it's basically the band are a fireball blasting through space, which is, you know, probably pretty cool at the time, but probably a little bit corny now. And it's got the 5 band members there, you can see them actually form the fireball. So yeah, interesting cover. This album was released through Harvest Records and produced by Deep Purple, but I know Martin Birch was also involved in the engineering and mixing. It was recorded at the Lane Lee Studios and Olympic Studios in London. Production of this album is pretty good. Yeah, not bad, nothing to write home about, but couldn't really fault it either. The band lineup for this one is the Mark II lineup. So this is, by most Deep Purple fans, this is considered the best lineup, or certainly the most popular lineup. So it's Ian Gillan on vocals, Ritchie Blackmore on lead guitar, all guitar essentially, Roger Glover on bass, John Lord on keys and organ, and of course Ian Pace on drums. So yeah, this album, it's actually, it clocks in around 40 minutes. I'm not exactly sure the time on it, but there's only 7 tracks on it. But some of the tracks are actually quite long. But to be honest, it's okay. It's not a bad album. Standard tracks for me, Fireball is a great song. I like that one. No, 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 Demon's Eye are good songs. And then it kind of takes a bit of a dive. Anyone's Daughter is a very strange song. It doesn't sound like a Deep Purple song. It's okay, like it's very folky. And then you've got the Mule, Fools and No One Came. So yeah, all in all, it's an okay album. By Deep Purple standards, certainly even the Mark II standards, it's probably their weakest album of the 4 albums that was released in the 1970s. But then again, it's still Deep Purple, so it's still not a bad album, I suppose, by other band standards. So I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. And yeah, I'd be interested to hear what everyone else out there thinks of Deep Purple Fireball. Some people think it's a great album. I know some of the band members don't have a lot of fondness for it, but I'd be interested to see what people actually think. So don't be afraid to leave a comment below. Where do you think Fireball stands up in terms of Deep Purple albums? And what's your favourite Deep Purple album? So let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like this video, here's some other videos that you might be interested in checking out. And be sure to stay tuned for Classic Rock Thursday. Every Thursday I'll be bringing you a review of a different album, so please stay tuned for that one. And I also upload a video every day reviewing albums, so also check out my channel when you're on YouTube. So bye for now, and I'll talk to you in the next one.